she wouldn't let in nobody in the house because it's a mess, her house. She doesn't want to have cleaning women because they're stealing from her.
Yeah. Well, how about if you and I go together?
So I don't know. She says she's willing to go anywhere I want.
Okay, then we'll do that.
Yeah. So
anything final to say, Gisela, about today? What are you hoping for?
I'm hoping just that the court system should be changed, and people shouldn't suffer so much. They shouldn't be victimized, because this country is not going to last like this.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And what they did to me, they're doing to other people.
I know.
And other people cannot fight them back.
They're coming for your case. And maybe you come for theirs. There's Sherry Bender fighting, and there's many. I'm learning more myself.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, all right. Okay. Thank you for
received Tuesday, January 6th at 1:33 p.m.
Paula, I heard it. Oh, my God. I heard the thing from Total Penetration. It is freaking off the hook. I can't believe what they did to it. It is fucking awesome. Okay, check you later. Bye.
To hear this message again, press 1. To save it, press 2. To erase it, press 3. Message erased.
There always seems to be, because since I think the Kennedy assassination, the people are less and less trusting of the government.
Right.
And whether there is a conspiracy or not, that's not my, I'm not begging that question. I was fascinated by the fact that within the conspiracy movement of 9/11, there are differences of opinion that are very, very vocal and very, very adversarial.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was very interested in the dynamics of the conspiracy theory, not in the actually conspiracy itself.
Right.
You understand the no planers and the plane huggers and everybody else, psyops and stuff like that.
No. I think
that's what fascinated me.
No, and I think that is the most fascinating thing, because now that I'm getting interested in cancer cures, I'm finding that the mechanics are the same, and who isn't really dreadfully afraid of that? So how long can you avoid these realities? You can avoid the Kennedy assassination, you can avoid the moon landing, you can avoid 9/11, but what about at the end, how are people figuring they're going to exit this body? And then when they're in the body, how do you really maximize what this body is all about? So you should also have fun. There should be joy.
I found out talking to you, the thing that fascinates me about you is, as I said in my article, and here's the other fascinating thing. Well, in my article, I said in my article that was supposed to appear in the school newspaper. What I like about Paula Gloria, she takes her causes seriously, but she doesn't take herself seriously.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. You know how to have fun. And
I know how to what?
You're a serious person, but you're not pretentious, if you understand what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, how can you be after you go through so much grief, like what you're just describing? How do you say it again? The radio announcer at the school.
The radio station manager. He basically has I'm overemphasizing it. I'm making it sound, he's basically the dictator of the station.
Yeah, I know. But
the question, and here's the other fascinating thing. I'm going to question the kids at the paper about this. This is more an academic thing for me. I doubt very much if I'm going to take it any farther, because my wife has a pension. I don't want to start too many ways. Is when I went up there and told them that the Paula Gloria interview was canceled, and you got to pull the article because there is going to be no interview. I didn't get anybody in the entire office saying, "What do you mean they won't let it go on?"
You mean they didn't care?
Right. Oh, they cared that you go on because it sounded like a fascinating topic, and they were more than willing to print the article. But the question is,
yes.
That's why I'm very interested to see what happens with the radio show, with the paper, if he starts censoring the people on the paper. If these kids, who are kids who should be more idealistic than I am, have the ability to realize that somebody is telling them what to do and what to say.
Yeah, I totally agree.
So I would prefer.
I'm
just asking a yes or no question. And I think you hit it on. That's why I think you're a very practical person.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm the only one that's going to be fighting it.
Are you?
What? If the paper decides, that's okay, he can tell us what to do, or, okay, we won't do the show, I'm going to be like Don Quixote fighting windmills. I'll be the lone voice in the wilderness.
But you don't want to be a lone voice in the wilderness, do you?
No, because that makes me way too vulnerable. I mean, I'm a practical person. You know that. I'm a practical person.
But you know, the heck with being vulnerable. Who cares? Who needs one more victim?
You're absolutely right.
You know what?
I was asking to ask them at MNN just a simple yes or no question. Is this can a man control the content? So if it ever comes to an issue, I would at least have an answer to say yes or no. I would prefer the kids fought the fight because it really is their fight. I'm a senior citizen taking 3 credits just because I got nothing to do. You understand? I'm retired. I'm looking for. That's why I got a radio show.
Yeah, but Joe.
Maybe get rid of my co-host.
But Joe, don't you understand? In a society that's successful and effective, that society respects people with more experience. So providing.
You're talking about a civil service situation.
But that's.
You're not talking like in business.
No, but
it's either produce or die.
But that's.
You're talking about a situation is when's my next coffee break? How many sick days I got? And have I accrued enough vacation?
But that's what I'm saying. How can this civilization survive with that mentality? My good friend Buck Lou, who I made all the money with in cellular, he had a very simple formula. He said, when you've got more people working to support the government, or no, that there's more people in the government than the taxpayers that are supporting it, it's a sick society.
Oh, absolutely. And it's not only a question of that. My wife comes from a private sector background, and now she's one of the registrars. She would love, if possible, to fire 90% of the people that work under her.
Right,
because it's a civil service. We're getting off the topic, but it's a civil, and that's the station man. When I talked to him about publicity for my comedy show, I wanted to do, bring a comic in, have a comedy contest within the college, get kids interested. Maybe they'll listen to the show. He does everything for publicity he doesn't want to do because listeners mean people will be listening.
Yeah, right.
If it's as if you went to MNN and they said to you, Paula, we want you to produce a show that nobody's going to want to watch.
Right.
Because if somebody watches it, somebody may complain.
Right.
And that's the attitude. In MNN, obviously you don't do it because I've gone on the website and seen some of the programming. And I'll be quite honest with you, a lot of it is kind of...
it's a dream come true for them.
True for cable access, which gets kind of boring after a while.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have that, professional veneer.
Right.
It's like on ABC, CBS, or NBC.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is nobody stops you on content.
Right.
I mean, unless you're doing something that's libelous or slanderous.
Joe, do I have your...
or something of that general nature.
Joe, do I have your permission to post this on the internet? Because I just recorded the last part. It's such an interesting discussion.
Yeah, you could.
I'm going to say Paula Gloria gets a phone call from Joe Cooper, and what do you think about these issues? Because I think it's...
as long as you don't mention the college.
I don't think the college, I didn't start recording until after you mentioned the college.
Oh,
so
okay,
that's fine.
Then you have my permission to do it.
Okay, great. Because I'm very curious about the viewers.
I'm just looking for a very simple answer.
Right.
The station manager have the right to do this.
Okay, so
that's basically it. And
so let's say Paula Gloria.
Like I said, if you're recording, I'm not here to fight windmills. It's just very disappointing that someone can say that if you're not informed enough by his standards, that you cannot have an opinion to be expressed on the air, on a publicly owned radio station.
Yeah.
Okay,
so I'm going to call it Paula Gloria and Joe Cooper Ask MNN, and then ... and then I'll explain whatever I feel hasn't been elaborated in this conversation.
Just don't mention the college.
No, it wasn't mentioned. Okay.
Yeah, so are you going on vacation with Molly?
Yeah, we're going to go to Dayton, Ohio, because she's doing a documentary on John H. Patterson.
Right.
Because
Yeah,
we feel if he was alive today.
You're leaving on Monday?
No, Sunday, tomorrow.
Sunday? Oh, you're leaving tomorrow. I'm glad I got a hold of you then.
And actually, Nico Haupt is coming over. We're going to do something.
Well, that'll certainly make your last day in New York exciting.
Yes, right. But the thing is, his ex-wife is coming over. He's coming over at 12. His ex is coming over at 3, so he has to be out of here by then.
Oh, you're friendly with both of them?
Oh, yeah, I'm always friendly with everybody. When I was in Israel, I was friendly with the Alexander Technique people and the Feldenkrais people, and they hate each other.
Oh,
but
okay.
then
you were a good mediator.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. But I mean, I always try to solve difficult problems, and I have a very bad back condition, so I always seek out the experts, and oftentimes they don't get along with each other, but I appreciate them for what they are. You know.
No, you and Nico should have an interesting conversation.
Well, it won't be a conversation.
When he meets in your living room.
No, it's not going to.
He actually sounds reasonable.
Yeah, that's because
when he gets out in the public.
No, that's because his mother was here.
That's because, okay. I understand. He was being nice because Mommy was there.
Yeah, it was really great. He translated. I don't know if he translated correctly because I don't know German, but you know.
You never know. No. But it went well.
Well, we posted it, so if
everybody got out alive.
Yeah, right. So stand by. This should go up the same time Nico's show goes up.
Okay. And you have a good trip.
Okay, take care.
I'll talk to you when you get back.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
So there you go. I don't know how much of that got recorded. Oh, looks like it's still recording. What do you think, Promethea? Crazy life, huh? Crazy life. What's the best use of our time? So let's throw this baby up.